Alrighty, guys, so we're going to do a quick breakdown on Tesla stock in this video, do an update, see where it's trading at, and talk about an insider right now that's actually selling the stock. And no, it's not Elon Musk, it's somebody else. So yeah, we have a lot to break down in this video. If y'all find value, of course, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, link down below. We'll talk more on that later. And now, let's talk about Tesla stock, which right now, guys, in the midst of a pretty nice day overall in the stock market, Tesla's pretty much at break even. And mind you, we have the S&P 500 now up 0.4%, the Russell's up 0.1%, the Nasdaq's up 0.8%, as the Dow's pretty much at break even, and we have the VIX down almost 3% on the day. And earlier in the day, actually, Tesla was in the red. We can see here, if I pull the intraday up, we were actually at one point under $180 a share. We hit $179.74, and since that point, we have recovered about 3%, but at that point, we were down on the day, I think 4, maybe 5%. Actually, no, not that much, roughly 3%. So, yeah, we dumped 3% in the morning. We've recovered all of that since, and now we're at a very critical point for the overall stock. If you guys can see here on the 4-hour chart, if I zoom in, now we're fighting to hold this wedge that we actually talked about yesterday at a higher low. We'll see if it actually ends up holding and we do end up bouncing and, maybe going back towards the top of the wedge, which honestly, we're not getting any confirmation of that as of now. And one thing that's not good for the bulls, guys, not good at all, is the fact that if I pull the 5-day up, we took the low out from yesterday. The fact that we took that low out, that's not good for the bulls. We can see yesterday's low was right around, I think, 183, 183.50. And like I said a minute ago, we hit 179.75 this morning. So clearly, guys, even though Tesla's now creeping in the green, the bears are still in charge, especially if you're looking here at the 5-day, 5-minute chart. It's very obvious to me that that's the case. And again, going back to that 4-hour chart, we are seeing bulls fighting to hold the bottom of this wedge, but at this point, guys, they're holding on by a thread. And like I said in my video yesterday where we broke down Tesla stock, this, if it breaks 175, which was the low from the middle of March, if that does happen, guys, we break that level, there's going to be a lot of downside, in my opinion. Maybe not all the way down to 130 or 140 or anything crazy like that, at least in the short term, but it could be going down a test 160 to 165, which was the low from earlier in March. Then if that were to break, guys, let me draw this trend line out to show you guys. We break 175, we go to 165. If that were to break, all right, maybe at that point it starts to get even worse, and then we start going down to 145, maybe down to that 130 level. But baby steps, guys, baby steps. Let's see how things end up playing out. Of course, we're at 185, so we're a ways away from 130 to 145. All I'm doing is outlining levels here that we could get to if we start breaking these prominent levels of support coming up. Again, 175 and about 160 to 165. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. At this point, the bulls and the bears, they're really fighting, man. They're going back and forth like crazy. And again, the fact that we hit 179, we took the lows out from yesterday, that is not a good sign for the bulls. And again, that leads me to believe the bears are in charge right now, at least in the very short term. And you guys remember how Elon Musk sold, I think, upwards of $40 billion of stock to to pay taxes and of course to buy Twitter. You guys know that, right? Well, now somebody else inside the company is selling stock, and it's not their first time selling stock. They actually sold a bunch of stock back in November. Let's talk a little bit about this right now, and then we'll break down their earnings estimates, Tesla's earnings estimates, because they are reporting earnings here in the next couple of weeks. I think later on this month, let me see here. Yeah, the 19th of April, so 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks is when Tesla's reporting earnings. So let's break this down because we have some selling going on. So let's break this down, guys. Elon Musk's younger brother, you guys probably know he has a younger brother. Maybe you don't. I'll tell you right now. His name is Kimball Musk. He is the director of the board of Tesla. He exercised options this week, allowing him to cash out shares in Tesla worth $17 million. Let me actually come over here to Safari, then we'll break down the official document here, guys. Bear with me. So essentially what this document shows you is the different lots of common stock that Mr. Kimball Musk ended up selling. You guys can see here at the top left, you have Musk Kimball, and of course his name's Kimball Musk, not Musk Kimball. And we can see here the date of the earliest transaction. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it is April 3rd, which is 3 days prior to me filming this video. And again, he is the director. He's the director. What did I say? Director of the board, yeah, on Tesla. And if we come down a little bit more here, these are, again, all the lots of common stock that he sold. We can see at the top he sold 100,000 shares on, and it looks like all these sales were on the 3rd of April. Yeah, all what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All of these were on the, all 12 of these sales were on the 3rd of April. So he sold 100,000 shares at an average price of $24.73. That was around $1.7 million. You guys can see that right here. Then we come down a little bit more. 8,000 shares were sold at $192, around 15,000 shares at about $193, and the list goes on. You guys can see 37, almost 38,000 shares at $194, totaling $1.7 million. And literally all of these, different transactions totaled to about 1.6 to about $1.7 million. And again, total, it was roughly 17 million, maybe a little bit over 17 million, closer to $20 million. So these were all transactions, again, on the 3rd of April, and he actually sold even more stock a couple of months ago, just like Elon Musk, guys, which, again, Elon sold way more stock than this. He sold upwards of $40 billion, which is just insane. So 17 million, that's just a drop in the bucket compared to what Elon sold, but I still figured it's worth talking about here in this video, guys. And you can see these transactions were pretty much at the top of the market. You can see here Kimball Musk sold a bunch of Tesla stock on the 5th of November in 2021. And let me actually come back here to the chart and show you guys where the stock was at that point. Let me pull up the 3-year chart. On the 5th of November, guys, is this guy some kind of market wizard? Did he have a time machine or something? Because literally the stock peaked on the 8th of November. I'm not even kidding, guys, or maybe a little bit before that. Either way, the stock hit an all-time high on the 1st of November, literally a couple days after he sold out. I mean, he's either the best market timer in history, he either has a time machine, or he knew something that other people didn't know, the general public didn't know, because again, he was selling out on the 5th of November 2021, and that's when the stock ended up hitting an all-time high. That is insane, and since that point, the stock is down a whopping 55%. So let's go back over here to the actual document, and we'll see exactly where this guy, Mr. Nostradamus over here, where he ended up selling all his shares. So you can see right here, and of course, this is before the split, so keep that in mind. We can see all the different transactions that totaled 1.2 million, 1.2 million. Pretty much all of them were about $1.2 million. You can see here he sold, 4,000, almost 5,000 shares on this lot, 1.2 million, almost 1,600 shares roughly, 1.2 million. You can see another 11,000 shares, another 21,000 shares. You guys can see all of these, different transactions. So this is pretty interesting, right? Talk about market timing with good old Kimball Musk. Pretty impressive there. And who knows? Maybe he had insider information. I mean, obviously he did. Shady business going on? I don't know. But overall, he sold a bunch back in 2021. He just sold a bunch again. And now that I'm thinking about it, he timed the top back in 2021. Now he's selling a bunch more. Is this the top this go around? I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And like I said, we have earnings coming up on Tesla here in about 10 days, a little bit less than 2 weeks. But before we actually talk about that, if you guys have not gone up to 15 stocks yet for Moomoo, what are you waiting for? Use that Moomoo link down below. Once you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock. And if you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more free shares, totaling 5 stocks. And listen to this, if you deposit at least $1,000, you you also get another 10 stocks totaling 15 free stocks. So if you guys want some free stocks, you want to help out the channel, use that link down below. And I think they're also doing some kind of competition. I think the first place winner gets $1,500. It's actually a paper trading competition. That's a new promo they're doing, and you also get 1 free month of Benzinga Pro if you do win that paper trading competition. So there's more details on that link down below. And with that being said, let's take a look at Tesla's earnings coming up, which again, they're coming up in less than 2 weeks on the 19th of the month. They're projected to do 85 cents in earnings per share on revenue of just over $23 billion, which would be up roughly 24% year over year. So, of course, revenue growth is not as bolsterous as it was a year, maybe 2 years ago, but they're still projected to grow 24% year over year on revenue, and they're going to be profitable. 85 cents after it looks like they did $1.05 2 quarters ago. Last quarter they reported $1.19. So expect revenue growth, expect more profitability, another profitable quarter here on Tesla. And we're not going to get too deep into it, but that's a brief little update there on the earnings coming up. What to watch out for, again, 85 cents with $23.3 billion expected on revenue. And of course, those are estimates. We don't know exactly what the numbers are going to be, but that is what the market or what a couple analysts are predicting. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and my second channel, Stas Talks Money. If you guys didn't know, I'm doing a $100 giveaway the second we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed yet to Stas Talks Money, use that link down below. And again, don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, 12 stocks from Webull, and check out my Patreon if you guys want. All those links help out the channel. I appreciate you guys. As always, cheers. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.